Hi, this video is to comment on a feature I would like to see in Jamtaba. I would like in Jamtaba to have, instead of 1 or 2 stereo channels, to have 2 or 4 mono channels. So in order to show this, I have Reaper right here with the Jamtaba BST plugin loaded right here, and I also have Jamtaba running as the standalone app separately. I have both the Jamtaba plugin and the Jamtaba app connected to the same Nimbot server already. And what I have set up is I have the BST plugin version of Jamtaba set up to transmit 2 separate channels, and the Jamtaba version, the standalone version, is only receiving. It's not transmitting anything. So if I go to Reaper, press play, I can hear drums on the first channel and piano on the second channel. So basically I have 2 instruments which are sounding separately, each one in 1 stereo channel. Right now I'm hearing the sound also from Jamtaba, from the Jamtaba dedicated app. So this is simulating a remote user running the Jamtaba application. So if the remote user wants to only hear the piano, great, he solos this track and that's all. Only the drums, he solos this track and perfect. He can also adjust the volume of the track independently, the panning as well. The issue here is that we're using 2 separate channels, 2 stereo channels, and this can be a little bit bandwidth consuming at some point. So an idea is to, instead of using 2 stereo channels, one could use 1 stereo channel which is built from 2 separate mono channels. So we might lose a little bit of quality, a little bit of sound, but we could transmit 2 separate instruments as mono to only one stereo track. So if we go back to the BST plugin in Reaper, which is working as the transmitting side, we remove the second channel here. I'm going to lower the volume here. I'm only hearing the drums because I have set it up separately. So my idea is to transmit the first channel to the left side only, and the piano only to the right side. So this way I'm only using 1 stereo channel to transmit 2 mono instruments. If I now go back to the simulated remote user, which is running the Jamtaba standalone application, I'm listening to drums on the left side and piano on the right side. This is not perfect because we cannot adjust the volume of each track independently. I cannot mute the sound of each instrument. the only thing I can do is pan all the way to right to hear only the piano, and all the way to the left to hear only the drums. But that's the problem as well. The drums are only on the left side, and the piano only on the right side. So the solution would have to be, in order to be able to hear them separately, is to have two separate mono channels instead of one stereo channel. So it would be nice to be able to choose how a remote user's channel is configured. Maybe by having a option here, by right-clicking this channel on the remote users window. Maybe if we press the right-click, we could choose where this is a stereo channel, which should be by default stereo, as it is right now, or two mono tracks. So that way, if the remote user, which in my case would be using Reaper and Jamtaba's the BST plugin, if the remote user is using two instruments which are mono, then the person right here could set them up as separate mono tracks and be able to adjust the volume separately and solo and mute them separately. The other thing is that we could have 4 separate mono channels, and so have four instruments. So that's my idea.